It's Thursday, April 19th, 2018. Where the hell's my spring weather? This guy's daily drive. Dingadary. Welcome to God's Daily Drive. I am back in my my regular vehicle. This is the Ford Flex, and just coming to work today. This is like the second day that I've been back in the Flex, and as compared to the Kia Soul, this is not a nimble car. Now, it has a ton more horsepower. It has a ton more presence. You know, people that I am sharing the road with are more likely to see this car rather than the Kia Soul. But I don't know, man. It's like going between. It's the difference between having a lion and a Persian kitty. You know, the lion is this big, monstrous, hulking creature that, if you are not careful, it will get away from you and wreak mayhem upon the population. Whereas the Kia Soul is like this cute kitty that has claws and teeth also, but won't kill you, unless you're allergic to it. But it's. This is what I'm driving for now until I finally, I do this all the time. I will start thinking about a future purchase, and I will agonize over that. Now, I wasn't always like this. I used to be able to just be like, I want that. That is the thing that I want. And so therefore, I shall go out and require the funds necessary to get whatever the hell it is that I wanted. Well, at this stage of my life, things are different. I don't have to worry as much about whether or not I have the money to buy one thing or another. My credit is really good. My earning so far, that's a story for another day, is right up there. So if I want to get a different car or a new computer or whatever, I pretty much can. And I don't take that for granted. I wasn't always this way. I won't pretend that I don't enjoy it. But yeah, and it's not going to be this way for long, because eventually, I'm getting to the point also where I'm thinking about retirement. So when you're considering retirement, the amount of money you have coming in drastically changes. Story for another day. One of the things that we talked about last night on the Mac to the Future live cast that Orrin and I did was how easy or difficult it is to upgrade or repair Apple's equipment. Now, one thing that both Warren and I were pretty much in agreement with was that Apple really, really, really doesn't want you to go into its boxes. The iPhone is a sealed unit, their most popular product. The iPad is a sealed unit. There is nothing that you can add internally to either one of those products. Same thing with, of course, when the iPod was a thing. Same thing as iPod Touch, which is what I use to record Guy's Daily Drive. Their laptops are more and more becoming items that are sealed that they don't want you to go into. The 13-inch MacBook Pros, they're starting to go down the route of soldered RAM. Their internal storage is no longer a 2.5-inch drive or even a 2.5-inch form factor. It's an SSD that has like a little plug that just fits right in. I believe in a lot of the units, those are soldered in as well. So Apple is really, really, really trying to get you not to go into them. Other than that, desktops, well, the Mac Mini hasn't been updated since 2014. The latest version of the 21.5-inch iMacs are sealed units. You can still sort of go into them and replace the internal storage if you are very, very brave. 27-inch iMacs, you can still increase the RAM. They still have some RAM slots. You can still do a couple things. I mean, not much, but there's a couple things you can do. And the reason why this all came up was there's always this guy who apparently has a tech channel, and I'm not going to give him any credit or even really talk about his tech channel, other than to say one of the things that they do is these teardowns. So they got a hold of a $5,000 plus iMac Pro, and for the most part, this guy, he's a PC guy. So in order to, the only thing I can think of is he's trying to generate publicity. He gets a hold of this $5,000 plus Mac or iMac Pro, and in the midst of doing the teardown, damages the outer shell of the covering for the monitor. He cracks that. Somehow damages the power supply. Somehow damages other internal components, and doesn't disclose a lot of the damage that was done to this machine, but just shows in his videos that they show like the cracked screen, and they take it to Apple and they tell Apple, we understand that because we took it apart that we're not expecting this to be a warranty repair. Give them credit for that, but at the same time they pretty much destroyed it. This is a all-in-one. The iMac is an all-in-one machine, and if you have to replace the monitor, the power supply, and the motherboard, there's not a whole lot left that you can reuse. So they're getting all bent out of shape. It's total friggin' drama. They're getting all bent out of shape because they go to Apple and they say, well, we want to pay for these repairs, and Apple's like, you really would be better off just buying a new machine. If you want to get this, we're not gonna touch this. We're not gonna repair it. We're not gonna ship the parts to the store that you took it to. Just come back and pick this thing up, and we will suggest a third-party service that you can go and eventually get the machine repaired. So it's all about the drama. If you're looking for a computer that you're going to constantly tinker with, where you're going to add more storage, add more RAM, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, then buy a Windows box, because those are all set up to do that stuff. Apple's computers are really meant for people who have a job to do, the software to do it on an Apple computer. And that's what they want. They want to just turn it on, do the stuff that they want to do, and then turn it back off again. And it's very, very good at the things that it's capable of doing. It's not that good at taking the screen off, messing around with the internals, and then putting it back together, hoping that there won't be any damage. Don't buy an Apple computer if that's your thing. If you want a computer that has red and green and purple LEDs that flash every single time you pull the trigger in some PC game, buy a PC, build it yourself, do the things that you want to do with it, and that's fine. If that's how you want to spend your time, then you should do that. I was an electronic technician for a very, very, very long time, and quite honestly, those kinds of days where and I talked about this last night on Mac the Future, the days of electronic technicians going down to the component level to repair some piece of equipment, and I don't even care what piece of equipment you want to name. Those days are done. Nobody's doing that anymore. Everyone is consolidating all of the bits and pieces that used to take up several boards onto one board. And they're basically saying, okay, well, whatever the problem is, it's not this board, maybe it's this board. So they'll take that board out and swap it, and if it works, great, they fixed the problem. And the board that they've just taken out gets thrown away because it's not worth fixing. It's not worth the time, it's not worth the effort. That's how things go now. TV sets used to be this great big huge box with a great big huge honking monitor on the inside, a tube monitor, and the damn things weighed 100 pounds or more, and we're only if you had a 25-inch color TV set, that was a big deal. That was like, whoa, 25 inches. Oh, you may as well be at the movies, mister. Now, and TVs that big, thousands of dollars. Now you can pick up a 70 to 80 inch LCD display, beautiful screen, not just high definition, but 4K, 5K resolution for under $1,000. And and they look beautiful, and they last, well, the good quality ones, they last a long time. That's the way electronics is going now. Everything is getting condensed down to its lowest common denominator. And these 70, 80-inch TV sets, they weigh about 30, 40 pounds, and they're about that thick. That's how things go. Out with the old, in with the new. If your whole thing is building PCs, your days are numbered. They just are. Computers are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And there's more and more power with the smaller and smaller box. And people just aren't bothering to do that kind of thing anymore. If that's your thing, knock yourself out. But don't buy a computer from Apple and expect them to support your hobby. If you'd like to get a hold of me, you can do so we have a Skype telephone number. Now, you know what? I'm not even going to bother with the Skype telephone number because I can't play it during this show anyway. But I do have email addresses. You can reach me, guy@mymac.com, probably. You can reach me, guy@mttfgo.com. You can contact me on the Twitters. My Twitter handle there is MacParrot. You can get a hold of me by leaving me a message on the YouTubes on the channel that you are watching this on, Guy's Daily Drive. Just look up Guy Searle, S-E-R-L-E, and you'll not only get Guy's Daily Drive, you'll see the Mac the Future Go livecast. Occasionally, haven't done it in a while, occasionally you'll see Gaz and me when I record the MyMac Podcast videos. All kinds of different things. Go to MacStock. Meet me at MacStock. July 21st and 22nd in Woodstock, Illinois, just outside of Chicago. It's going to be a great time. With the coupon code MTTFBonus10, you can be there for the entire weekend, not counting lodging and transportation, and maybe a few meals, for $189. This is the best bargain in technology as far as conferences go that you're ever going to find. $189 for a 2-day event. Amazing. And it's going to be so much fun. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching Guy's Daily Drive. And I'll see you all next week. I'll still be in this car.